I know the last video I did on Nolan Wells, I said it was going to be the last video I did about Nolan Wells because this case is, it seems harder than most of the things that we deal with when it comes to being black, because this kid had nothing in this kid's past deemed any of the shit that he and his family is dealing with right now. Nothing. No criminal past, no gang affiliation, no drug use, none of that. But after hearing the cleaned up audio and what clearly sounds like enough that should warrant an investigation, as opposed to just taking the words of his quote unquote white best friends and saying they had nothing to do with it, it made me think about the Central Park Five. Central Park Five were arrested within 24 to 48 hours after the crime they were accused of. No evidence, no toxicology, no nothing. Just off accusations. They fit the description. They were accused of assault. And within 24 to 48 hours, they were arrested. No evidence. It's not like they had cleaned up audio where you can hear them saying stuff like, is he unalive? Is he gone? Check his chest. None of that. It was just accusations. And within 2 days, they were arrested. They were eventually tried and convicted and then eventually exonerated because they didn't commit the crime. You're telling me that there's cleaned up audio right now where you can hear these white teens in the background saying what bare minimum is contradictory to what they told the officers, what they told anybody, and not a single arrest? Not even an investigation? Part of Nolan Wells' body was missing from the autopsy. And nothing? Yet the Central Park Five spent between 5 to 13 years in prison for a crime they didn't commit and were arrested within 2 days based off accusations. But in this case, Nolan Wells' case, you telling me you can hear clear audio of something suspicious, and you telling me that the fact that there's a judge involved that shouldn't be, which is a conflict of interest. You have a coroner that's questionable in Mississippi. You have the cops in Mississippi that are questionable, and you telling me we still gonna have this conversation and act like nothing happened. And you wonder why black people scared for their lives in this country. You wonder why we talk about white privilege. You wonder why we talk about a system that isn't just for us. There's no way in the world it could be audio of the Central Park Five committing a crime and they not go to prison or at least be arrested. Period.